What's up, guys? Rob from Legit News Gaming here, bringing you a video about the latest Nickelodeon All Star Brawl patch. So yes, today, November 5th, a new patch dropped. I believe this is version 1.3 of the game. They wanted to drop a patch to address some of the inconsistencies, and we knew that this patch was coming to address kind of some of the hurtbox slash hitbox inconsistencies with the moves not really hitting the way they should. But we also got a lot more in this patch than we originally thought. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look here. So we'll start with the general patch notes. Fixed an issue that prevented users from joining lobbies even when they inserted the correct lobby ID. Yes, so this will be really good for tournaments, and specifically people that stream a lot of matches when they host tournaments. Now you should be able to join people's lobbies the first time instead of having to try over and over again to get into somebody's lobby to stream their game. Private lobbies are now hidden by default and can be toggled to become visible. Rearrange character select screen so series of multiple characters appear in the same row. Okay, so some quality of life stuff, I think this one here is huge. This was a massive problem with joining lobbies in order to stream people's matches, and also for tournaments, joining lobbies for your opponent's lobby. So this is big. This is really important. So good to see that. Next, we'll go down to some balance kind of stuff here. All right, so okay, balance universal. Hitbox and hurtbox are no longer locked to Z-axis. Hitbox and hurtbox calculation now handled on a 2D plane. Okay, standardized. So basically, there's some weirdness with some of the hitboxes on some characters, like Lucy Loud, for example. Her hitbox was kind of shifted in either direction, so sometimes her hitbox would be kind of shifted a little bit behind her. If you put on hitboxes in a training mode, it would be like her character model was here and her hitbox would be like just slightly back or slightly forward. So it made some spacing things kind of an issue with some characters whose hitboxes weren't where they were supposed to be. And the same with or hurt boxes. It made an issue with their hurt boxes not really being where they're supposed to be. So micro spacing some things was kind of annoying, and it also made some other hit boxes not really appear where they're supposed to be. Standardized land lag floor for light aerials at 6 frames. Standardized land lag floor for strong aerials at 8 frames. Okay, so just kind of making landing lag a little bit more universal. So if you had an aerial that was landing lag was less than 6 frames, it's now 6 frames, and same for strong aerials. It kind of makes some of the characters a little bit slower if you whiff a move. Excuse me. It's just going to mean that you're punished a little bit more for it. If you had a faster character, for some characters such as Reptar, I don't imagine this really changes much, honestly. So this is a character by character thing. I guess it's just to make some moves a little bit less spammable, which is a good thing. You always want to kind of lower the spam if you can. Decreased timed block window from 10 frames to 6 frames. So this means you're gonna have to be a little bit more accurate with your power shields. You can't just hold shield and hope that they kind of hit you for the timed block part of it. So I think this is a good thing. It means when you're going to be hitting these timed blocks, it means you're actually going to be earning them a little bit more. So I think this is definitely a good thing. It makes blocking a little bit less good, which I think right now blocking is a little strong. Being able to just kind of stand and hold block kind of almost indefinitely and almost always get a desired result. It makes it a little bit less effective. Dashing given initial boost regardless of if dash dancing. Okay, so yeah, when you were dash dancing, when you then dashed after you didn't get that dash boost, so this will make dash dancing a little bit better. Starting a dash now creates a dust cloud effect, so I guess instead of that little like spiky thing that appeared at the bottom of your foot, you'll be given the dust cloud. The direction an attack should be blocked has been standardized across the cast. Yeah, so for some of the characters, when you're trying to directionally block to get the level 1, I guess you can call it power shield, and then if you did both timing and the direction, you would get the perfect shield. It felt weird. It felt like it didn't work sometimes. Like, I know for me specifically, when I would play against Leo, it felt like when I was trying to shield his down air, it didn't always give me the blue shield. So this is good. Okay, and now we're getting into character buffs. So Patrick got buffed like crazy. Strong dash, fixed strong dash, missing hitbox at the beginning. His start frame goes from 16 to 10, so his hitbox comes out faster now. So his strong dash got buffed. His neutral special, which is he grabs you and then he kind of slams you back and forth. Reduce Patrick's neutral special start time from 17 to 12. Increase Patrick's neutral special hitbox range, world offset, second X. So his hitbox for this neutral special is bigger and offsets more now, and it's faster. Up special, increase Patrick's up special hitbox size. Yeah, so his hitbox got bigger on his recovery, so the command grab with recovery. Reduced up special end lag. Okay, which is definitely fly to fall frame from 50 to 35, which is very important because his recovery was so exploitable. His recovery honestly sucked. Reduced Patrick's up special start time charged to fly frame 30-20. So his up special got bigger, less laggy, and starts faster. So that's super, super important for Patrick. I mean, that is huge. Because honestly, his recovery was one of the worst parts of his kit. So having his ability to be recover increased is definitely important, I would say for sure. Strong down air. Patrick's strong down air grabs the ledge when falling now. Okay, so his strong down snaps to ledge. So that could be a pretty good edge guarding tool. If you know your opponent's going for that ledge, you can now snap to ledge using a strong down air. Reduce Patrick's strong down air startup time. So again, it got a little bit faster. Strong up his trophy hat. Change Patrick's strong up hitbox start frame from 16 to 11. So this was also really big because this move sucked. Okay, his strong up was garbage. It was so slow. So the start frame is now 11 instead of 16, which is very important. So his hitbox comes out faster. Light neutral increased Patrick's light neutral hitbox duration hitbox from 2 to 4. So he added 2 frames of his hitbox. And his light dash reduces light dash's knockback from 120 to 90, which sounds like it should be a bad thing, but it actually might be just another buff because this might combo now instead of knocking your opponent all the way across the stage where you can't actually reach him because Patrick's moves don't have a lot of range. Having a lower knockback means you might actually be able to combo out of this a little bit better. So Patrick got the buffs, man. I mean, I'm interested to see how this plays out now because Patrick was widely considered one of, if not the worst characters in the entire game, but he got faster. He got better hitboxes. His frame data got better. Well, he didn't get fast, but his moves, a lot of them got faster. Yeah, watch out for Patrick. Watch out for Patrick. And I am going to go into Nickelodeon All Star Brawl and we'll test some of this stuff. So, Lincoln Loud, his light neutral. Okay. Lincoln Loud got some buffs as well. Looks like he got a lot of buffs, actually. Increased active frames from 2 to 4. So, okay, so again, it's kind of similar to Patrick. Instead of being a 2-frame move, it's now a 4-frame move. Double the amount of active frames. Increased hitbox radius. Okay, so his hitbox is bigger on his light neutral. Removed second track on hand. Okay. Add hitbox to yo-yo string. So Lincoln Loud's light neutral Yeah, it got buffed, to put it lightly. More active frames, a bigger hitbox, and a hitbox to the yo-yo string. Light neutral loop, so when you hold down the A, removed second track on hand, add hitbox to yo-yo string. Okay. God, I apologize. I don't know why my throat's all messed up. Light up, increased active frames. Okay, again, but decreased hitbox radius. So his light up, you're gonna have more active frames, but the hitbox radius is lower. So it's a smaller hitbox, but more frames. Okay. Looks like light down is the same thing. Increased active frames, decrease hitbox, removes track, and add hitbox to yo-yo string. Light down loop, same deal as light neutral loop. Light neutral air, increased active frames, increased hitbox radius. So his light neutral air got bigger. Light up air, increased active frames, decreased hitbox radius. Okay. Increase active frames and remove second track on hand. For his light down, it went from 2 to 5. Okay. Alright, so Lincoln Loud. So his light neutral just got straight buffed. His light neutral air got straight buffed. And his light down air got straight buffed. Okay. His light up air got a big more hitboxes but lower radius. His light down, same thing, more hitbox, lower radius. And his light up. Okay, so some of his moves just got straight up buffed, you know, more active frames. And some of them got balanced in a sense that, like, okay, so your micro spacing is going to be important here, because you're going to have to space your moves now. So they disjoint a little bit less, but there's more active frames. So I imagine that spacing is going to be a little bit more important with Lincoln Loud, with his moves. But overall, I mean, this is pretty good. You know, more active frames, basically doubling all of his active frames across his light moves. That's pretty good. And his strong down air, removed second track on Sword Hilt, added hitbox to Sword Hilt. Okay. Adjusted facing angle so swing isn't focused on the Z-axis. Adjusted animation timing so the swing starts and ends in an arc underneath Lincoln. Okay. So his strong down air got easier to hit, because instead of being that weird kind of curvy pattern, it's now an arc that ends underneath Lincoln. Okay. So his spike got easier to hit, I think, or at least it feels like it's more consistent, because there's also a hitbox on the hilt. Okay, so yeah, Lincoln got some buffs. I mean, Lincoln is a character we haven't seen too terribly much play of. So this should make his edge guarding better for sure. And his light down was one of the ones that got more frames, less hitbox. So his edge guarding should be a little bit better now, I think, especially with the strong down air being more consistent to hit. So that's definitely important for Lincoln as well. Korra. Light mid 1, elbow hitbox Y, offset lowered. Okay, elbow hitbox Y, offset lowered. Shoulder hitbox, offset lowered. Right knee hitbox located to left knee. Okay, so Korra got some adjustments. I think these are nerfs, if I'm reading this correctly. These aren't going to disjoint as much, I think, is what this is saying. Yeah. If I'm reading that correctly, if I'm not, let me know in the comments. But I think these are going to disjoint a little bit less. So, okay. I mean, Korra getting a little bit of adjustment. Not really a character I think that needed something like this. But it'll make the moves feel less frustrating when they're hitting you, because you're knowing you're actually getting hit by them. So, a little bit of an adjustment. Helga, light down air, adjusted animation timing so hitbox comes out when legs are fully outstretched. And remove second track hitbox on hips, increase active frames from 2 to 3. So Her animation time is going to be more consistent, so it'll feel easier to hit, or at least maybe not easier, but more consistent. When you're hitting it, you're going to know why, as opposed to before when you're kind of just guessing. Same with Lincoln Loud's strong down up here. So the more consistent hitboxes, which is definitely a good thing. And, getting an extra frame of active hitboxes definitely always going to help. So Helga, I would say this is a little bit of a buff, just in terms of consistency. Reptar, light up air, increase active frames from 1 to 3. So I actually, as you guys know, I'm secondary Reptar. I didn't know that his light up air was 1 frame. Why was his light up air a 1 frame move? It's not like him getting more active frames on this is going to make him all of a sudden S broken tier. So I'm not really sure why his up air was a 1 frame move or a heavy. But this is big. And the light down air increase active frames from 2 to 3. It's small, but it's super important because Reptar, honestly, in the air is not a very good character. Most heavies aren't, obviously, but having the ability now to throw out a move that can get you out of juggles potentially a little bit better with his light down air, and even juggle yourself a little bit with his light up air, that's very important. So these might seem small, but for a guy like Reptar, who once you get in the air against certain characters, you don't get to come down because of the juggling. That's important. So that's very good for Reptar. Powder Toastman, up special, allowed control of aerial positioning as soon as ascent begins. So you'll be able to change the input for the aerial positioning for his up special, which is, I guess, kind of important because it means that you can try to mix up your opponent a little bit more, a little bit less gimpable. So that's good for PTM. Replace some incorrect keyboard button images as a UI. Okay. Keyboard directional keys cannot be remapped in the control submenu. Okay. So let's read this over. Dash dancing. Yes. So the properties have been retooled to allow a dash to receive an initial boost at all times provided speed is low enough to warrant it, while still requiring some degree of initial commitment to reach max speed. This makes dash dancing no longer have a designated cap on when a dash attack can start. Simply reach max speed to do so. So I bet you could actually dash attack out of dash dance faster now, probably. Maybe even you dash dance into a wave dash into dash attack. Probably a little bit easier to do. Hurt boxes didn't have the level of accuracy that we were satisfied with, so now every character has a hurt box that fully encompasses their models. That allows hurt boxes to not be locked to Z-axis. Players now have the ability to complete certainty where their character is positioned in 3D space. Okay. There's some inaccuracies in how landing lag floors were handled across characters, with some having the ability to recover from an aerial far sooner than others under the same minimum end lag conditions. Right, so now everybody has minimum end lag conditions, which is important. There are several moves across the cast that have the block direction reflect the move's activated direction. This has since been addressed, and every move should now be blockable by holding against the direction of initiation. So yeah, again, some moves felt like they didn't come out, weren't blockable in the way that they should have been. All right, so let us... Where is my controller? Let's hop into some Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl. There we go. You guys should be able to hear the game a little bit now. Yeah, so you can see now the SpongeBob characters are here. The Avatar characters, the 2 Louds, the TMNT characters, the Rugrat character. Yeah, so everyone that has characters from the same series now are in the same line. Alright, so let's see. Let's see these Patrick buffs here. Yeah, so you can see the hitboxes look like they're definitely encompass more. Like SpongeBob looks like he's like made out of fuzz. All right, so strong dash. You can see it definitely comes out faster. Oh, yeah, and you can see the little dust cloud animation. When you're starting a dash dance, and then when you dash, you see the, You can actually pretty much almost immediately dash attack out of a dash dance now. Okay. Neutral special, so it hits a little bit earlier. Whoops. Get over here, SpongeBob. Up special. Oh yeah, that is significantly faster. Look, that comes out like, if you just do the tap, you don't try to aim it. That comes out way faster. Strong down air, it snaps the ledge when falling. Yeah, wow, okay. So that's an edge guarding tool now. That's definitely an edge guard tool. If we do frame by frame. There we go. Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's the timing is still gonna be kind of tight, but if your opponent's coming up, you just short hop down strong. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Strong up feels like, okay. It definitely feels like it hits earlier, because before you basically had to like almost wait for the animation to finish. Before it would happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, or I miscounted, but yeah. Definitely comes out faster for sure. Light neutral air lasts a little bit longer. And the light dash. Okay, this I'm actually kind of interested in. Get over there, SpongeBob. That combos now. That didn't used to combo. You can now do the SpongeBob basically, where you light dash into neutral smash. So yeah, that's definitely I would say that's a buff. It doesn't hit as far, but well. Also keep in mind the AI is not DIing, but yeah, okay. All right, Patrick. All right, let's see these Lincoln buffs. We'll beat up my poor main. I'm kind of disappointed Lucy Loud didn't also get the same strong down snap to ledge that Patrick did. But I guess they feel like she's already a good enough character, she doesn't really need it. So if we do frame by frame. Yes, you see the light neutral has 4 frames now. 1, 2, 3. Go, Lincoln. Do the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so 4 active frames, and the yo-yo string has that hitbox now. And the radius is bigger, so you can see it disjoints a lot more. His light up. Hitbox is a little bit less disjointed, but look at the disjoint by his feet. That hitbox covers all the way down to his feet on frame 1. And yeah, you got the 4 frames. Okay. I want to see his... I wonder if this is easier to hit now. Huh. Alright, let's see. feels like the hitbox still comes out a little bit late, but like, okay, it covers all underneath him now. So yeah, I would say Lincoln definitely definitely got some buffs. All right, good for you, Lincoln. Cora. Speed up Toph. Toph annoys me. Light mid 1, light up 1, and then strong dash. Okay. Frame by frame. The elbow hitbox offset lowered. So, if I'm reading that correctly, it just means that, like, she's got a weird hitbox. I guess because her clothes don't count as, like, being hitboxes, but, like, she's got a very lean hitbox. And then strong dash. Yeah, the right knee hitbox relocated to left knee. So you can see yeah, you can kind of see it. Nothing too crazy on Cora. Just makes her moves a little bit more consistent. Alright, let's see these Helga buffs are about. Or buffs, more consistent, I guess. Just the timing animation, hitbox comes out when legs are fully outstretched. So light down air. There we go. So now you can see the hitboxes aren't just coming out like in the middle of the animation. And it's not like hitting up to her hips anymore. Reptar. Alright, Reptar. Cat Dog. Beat up Cat Dog for a little bit here. Cat Dog annoys me too. Cat Dog. I can't show you the hitboxes or the Reptar's hitboxes are still a little janky. So are Cat Dog's. So you see his hitbox doesn't cover his feet. Light up air. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, hold on here. One, two, three. Beautiful. It's an actual light up air now. You can actually use his light up air instead of being a one frame. And his light down. 1, 2, 3. So now it covers below him. Yeah, so you can actually kind of juggle people now. Alright, yeah. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. See if I can get a little bit of a juggle here going. I'm not very good with juggling in general. It still feels a little Still feels a little bit like it's kind of precise timing, but all right, let's see this PTM up special. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't nerf his friggin' up, his aerial up strong, because this thing is ridiculous. He just died at like what, 39, 46%. Let's see if we can catch him. I mean, yeah, the AI doesn't. Oh wow, yeah, that is significantly improved. You can drift back, like if you're, or if you could just die if you want. You could just drift back, you know. You can just go as far across the stage as you want. You hold right, or if your opponent's gonna edge guard you, you can kind of drift back a little bit. Yeah, that's good. That means his recovery will be a lot less exploitable. Alright, so yeah, that's kind of an overview. I think that this is a good patch. I think it was fixed a lot of stuff that needed to be fixed and addressed some issues. So, yeah, kind of only thing I would have wished, maybe Lucy Loud getting that aerial down strong to snap to ledge. That would have been cool. But, other than that, I guess I can't complain too much. My secondary, my man Reptar got some buffs. My friend mains Lincoln, he got some buffs, so that's gonna be a harder matchup for me now. But yeah, still don't snap to ledge. Feels bad, man. Just Lucy things. Can't complain too much though. Lucy's still obviously a fantastic character. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and yeah, look forward to more Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl content in the future.